What is up, awesome people of the internet? Guys, I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Unrivaled is the center of WNBA free agency. This is a place that has all the news because you have 36 W players hanging out at Unrivaled, talking to each other, living in the same area. So that means that conversations are going to be had, deals are going to get done amongst players, and Unrivaled is going to be dropping some news about what's happening in WNBA free agency and also WNBA trades. And yesterday, Brittney Griner made the announcement herself that, y'all, she is taking her talents to Atlanta. And take a look at some of the videos that she made.
We are out fishing right now. We got Jordan Canada.
What's up?
Ryan House. Leash Gray. Right here. Boom, boom. So free agency has been everything I wanted it to be. Honestly, I was able to find where I wanted to go. And honestly, what led me to that decision ultimately was the team, the players, as individuals, and then also like my family. So, I mean, I'm thrilled for this chapter. It's my first time going into free agency. And it was cool, you know, it's a hard decision because, you know, you're leaving what you know, what I've known for my whole career, but there's an exciting factor of like, okay, like this is like a rebrand now. Like this is like, I get to show them like something different.
All right, that's a wrap on BG Outside the Lines. I want to thank my teammates for being here, making this day special for me. Damn it. Thank you. Yeah, outside.
Now, guys, it's kind of wild that, like, you know, she got several teammates in Unrivaled with her. And she already doing dances with Ryan Howard, man. You already know this is gonna be a match made in Atlanta Dream history. You know, her and Ryan Howard rocking out together. It's gonna be fun. So let's talk about this. So Brittney Griner is a player who's been in the league for a long time. She's 34 years old. She has spent her entire WNBA career in Phoenix. Right? She was drafted number 1 in, I believe, 2013. And she is someone who was a game changer when she joined the Phoenix Mercury. Right? It was her and Diana Taurasi just kind of rocking out and doing stuff together. And with Diana Taurasi kind of on her way out, you know, Brittney Griner, her being a free agent, unrestricted free agent, she was like, you know what? Let me look. Yes, I love Phoenix. Phoenix treated me well. I enjoyed being there. They treated me and my family great. But what else is out there? What else can people offer? Like, how is everything going to go? And she talked with the Phoenix Mercury, front office. She talked with several Phoenix Mercury players that are in Unrivaled with her. And she's like, you know what? It makes sense that the Atlanta Dream is my new team. Right? And I'm down for it. I am down for it. Last year, Brittney Griner averaged 17.8 points a game, 6.6 rebounds a game, 2.3 assists a game. I've seen people that are like, Brittney Griner is a washed player and blah, 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 blah. Guys, let's speak facts here. Let's speak facts here, not just your random opinions about someone if you don't really watch them. Here's the thing. Brittney Griner, is she the player she used to be? No, she's not. She's never been a fast player, but she definitely is a step or two or three slower than what she used to be. She also is a player that, regardless of her being 6'9", is not a rebounding, queen, right? When we talk about rebounds in the WNBA, we're not necessarily thinking about Brittney Griner, even though she's like basically the tallest thing out there in general. Even with all of that said, Brittney Griner is still a big-time talent in the WNBA. The reason why is because, yes, she can score in the post. She can. But also, she has developed her game a lot more where she is doing those long mid-range jumpers. She is doing those three-point jumpers. If you don't believe me, just see what she did this past weekend in Unrivaled. Brittney Griner can score. Yes, she's not as good as she used to be. Understandable. She's 34 years old, right? She's been in the league for a long time. But she is not nowhere near a washed player. And I do think initially I didn't expect her to go to the Atlanta Dream, but now that it's been percolating in my head for a couple of hours, now I'm like, actually, I see the vision. Here's why. Carl Smesco is the new head coach for the Atlanta Dream. They just got him from Florida Gulf Coast University, where he was the head coach for years and years and years and years and years. They got him after firing Tanisha Wright after 3 seasons with the Atlanta Dream as their head coach. Tanisha Wright is now with the Chicago Sky as an assistant coach. Let's go to Carl. Carl Smesco, if y'all have watched Florida Gulf Coast for the last several years, y'all know they are a fast-paced team. They want to run and they want to shoot. And any given year, FGCU can get a team, right? You can get got by Florida Gulf Coast. Even though, they aren't typically a ranked team in the NCAA, they can be really, really fun. And they are a team that looks at shooting. And when we look at the coaches, the new coaching hires all around the league, what do we see in common? Shooting, 3-point shots specifically, is a huge focus of just about every single new coach that has just got hired for the WNBA, right? It's a focus of Natalie Nakase with the Golden State Valkyries. It's a focus of Lynn Roberts with the LA Sparks. It's a focus of Tyler Marsh with the Chicago Sky. It's a focus of Carl Smesco with the Atlanta Dream. It's a focus, and he wants a fast roster that can shoot. Now, if you're like, hey, he wants a fast roster that can shoot, why did they pick up Brittney Griner? Because Brittney Griner's not fast. Here's the thing. My argument is that the Atlanta Dream will become what the Dallas Wings should have been this whole time. Now, that may be a little confusing, but my goal is to walk through what I mean so you can let me know in the comments if you disagree or agree. So, with the Dallas Wings was a team that was built for shooting. Like, we saw it for years in the WNBA draft where, Greg Bibb, who is the president of the Dallas Wings, but in a lot of ways served as the GM until this year. He was someone who every single draft, he was someone who always was trying to find just scorers, fast players. That's what he was trying to find, right? And you had a really good core of a Arike Gumbawale, who very fast shooter, and trying to pair her up with a lot of young talent. It was Arike, it was Satu Sabli, and it was fast younger players. And it felt like the goal for the Dallas Wings was to be a up and down team that can hit shots, that can also kind of defend, but defense was not necessarily the number one thing. And then what the Dallas Wings did is they were like, you know what? Yes, we want a very young and fast team, but we also want size. So what do we want to do? We get Tierra McCowan and we get Kalani Brown. 2 very, very tall players, right? And then we also draft very, very tall players as well. And this is a team that had multiple players over the height of 6'6". Now, the players that they had while they were tall, it didn't quite work because there is a dynamic that I see amongst a tall tree amid shooters. However, in my opinion, Kalani Brown and Tierra McCowan's skill set did not enable them to thrive amongst shooters. This Atlanta Dream team, with Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray as their head as a team that has Nas Hillman, who I really like as a player. They're gonna add in Brittney Griner. We already know Carl Smeshko, and I always have trouble with his last name. My apologies. The head coach of the Atlanta Dream. He is looking to score, and also Jordan Canada. Can't forget Jordan Canada. But anyway, he is looking to get a high octane offense. And if you pair a high octane offense with a player like a Brittney Griner, I think it could work. I think it could really work, and it really could be what the Dallas Wings should have been, because Brittney Griner is a far better passer than Tierra McCowan, right? Brittney Griner is a far better scorer than Tierra McCowan from at the basket and also from the three-point line. And Brittney Griner is faster than Tierra McCowan. Now, is that saying a whole lot? Not totally, because they get blown out by, a lot of other players' speed. But I do see this possibly being a blueprint of how you can be a run-focused team with a tall player. And that's what's going to happen with the Atlanta Dream. So hopefully I hope I walk through that right. And hopefully y'all have a better idea of, truly, I really do think this is what the Dallas Wings could have been. Fast, young players who can score, want to run, with a big anchor down low. Preferably one big anchor down low. And it doesn't get any bigger than 6'9" Brittney Griner. So that's my thoughts. What do y'all think in the comments? I think this is a big deal for Atlanta. And guys, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.